Welcome to the deep dive.
Hello.
Today we're embarking on, well, a truly fascinating exploration. You know Jim Carrey, right?
Of course, the comedian, the actor, Ace Ventura, the mask.
Exactly. The rubber-faced genius who gave us so much laughter. But what if I told you there's this other side? A really profound thinker, almost a philosopher. That's the surprising journey we're taking you on today, looking beyond the characters.
That's right. For this deep dive, we've pulled together excerpts based on Jim Carrey's wisdom, success, creativity, and the pursuit of happiness.
Okay.
And our mission, really, is to cut through, all the noise, extract the most powerful bits of knowledge, the surprising insights.
Sort of a shortcut.
Yeah, exactly. A shortcut to understanding his unique perspective on, life, fear, finding real fulfillment.
Okay. Sounds great. Let's jump right in then. He says something incredibly bold about success and taking risks.
Oh, yeah.
Carrey famously advises, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on what you love.
Wow. That hits hard, doesn't it?
It really does. Such a powerful reframe.
It absolutely is. And, it's not just some clever line he came up with. It comes from his own life, his family history.
Right. I remember reading about his father.
Exactly. He often talks about how his father, who was apparently a really talented musician, chose a quote-unquote safe job, accounting, I think, to provide for the family.
Irresponsible thing, yeah.
Right. But then he still lost that job. And that experience, well, it was huge for Jim.
I bet.
It showed him that security, the external kind, it can just be an illusion.
So the safe route isn't actually safe?
Not always, no. And what's really insightful is how Carrey didn't just learn this lesson intellectually, he lived it. I mean, choosing comedy, acting, that was hardly the safe path.
Definitely not.
He embodied this idea that the only real security, maybe, is aligning with what you truly love. Betting on yourself.
That makes so much sense looking at his whole career. And that idea, betting on yourself, it links right into another point he makes about authenticity.
Yeah.
He says, your need for acceptance can make you invisible.
Oof. That's another powerful one.
It is.
Okay.
How does that, dimming your light,
Yeah.
how does that really work?
Well, it's a striking truth, isn't it? When you censor yourself or you try too hard to fit in, bend yourself into shapes for other people,
Yeah.
you're not just stifling what makes you unique, you're actively stopping the world from seeing what you can really do.
Especially in creative fields, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Seeking that constant external validation, needing everyone to approve, it can just kill originality.
Right.
I mean, Jim Carrey's genius, a lot of it came from his refusal to be anyone but himself, right? He pushed boundaries. Sometimes people didn't get it.
True. He wasn't always universally loved for every choice.
Exactly. He didn't seem to seek approval. He just delivered his unique vision. And that's what made him stand out. The message is pretty clear. Your authentic self is your most valuable asset. The world needs that.
Not some watered-down version. Okay, so finding that authentic voice, even if it feels risky. Let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about fear. Everyone deals with that. Carrey has a really interesting take. He says, fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much.
I like that. Acknowledging it's there,
But giving you the control, right, the agency.
Yeah, what's compelling is how he sort of personifies it, turns it from this big, scary, abstract thing into something you can actually choose how to engage with, or maybe how much power you give it.
And he knew fear firsthand, didn't he? His childhood wasn't easy.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Marked by some intense struggles, poverty, his mother's illness. Things were tough.
Right.
And he's spoken about how humor for him became like a shield or even a weapon against it all.
So he didn't ignore the fear.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He found a way to, kind of laugh in its face, to transform it into something else.
Use it as fuel, maybe.
Exactly. It's not about getting rid of fear entirely, because maybe you can't. It's about choosing its role, deciding how much space it gets in your head, in your life.
That's a really practical way to think about it. And that leads perfectly into how he sees challenges, sort of as a catalyst for growth. He observed, I learned that you can't have the solution until you have the problem. Which sounds almost backward at first.
It does, but it's such a powerful idea when you unpack it.
How so?
Well, it completely flips the script on how we usually see problems, right? As things to avoid, things we wish weren't happening.
Yeah, definitely.
Instead, Carrey's suggesting that the struggles themselves, the problems, are actually essential ingredients for our growth.
Okay.
They force us to innovate, to adapt, to dig deeper. Find strengths we didn't know we had.
Like you wouldn't know how strong you are until you have to lift something heavy.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Or think of a lock and key. The lock, the problem, is what reveals the necessary shape of the key, the solution. Our obstacles define and refine the solutions we eventually become or find.
So embracing difficulties. It's not just putting up with them, it's seeing them as preparation.
Exactly. An opportunity for maybe some profound personal evolution.
Wow. Okay, speaking of evolution and breaking free, let's look at creativity and authenticity again.
Sure.
Carrey gives us really liberating advice. Your job is not to decide what's good or bad, but to be open to the possibility.
Oh, I love that one. It feels like permission, doesn't it?
Total permission.
Yeah.
Permission to just create without that constant inner critic jumping in.
It really is. Because creativity, you know, in its purest form, it flows best when you switch off the self-judgment.
Right.
If you're constantly stopping to evaluate every little idea as it pops up, is this good enough? Is this stupid? You just stifle the whole process.
You kill it before it even gets started.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This insight, it's so key for anyone doing anything creative. Just allow yourself to be a channel for ideas. Let them come out raw.
Then you can shape them later.
Exactly. Refine, critique, shape. That's the next step.
Yeah.
But the first step is just openness, allowance.
And this openness seems to lead him somewhere even deeper, almost spiritual. He's made this incredibly striking statement. I am the presence of consciousness, pretending to be Jim Carrey.
Yeah. That one stops you in your tracks, doesn't it?
It really does. What does that even mean, practically?
Well, it's profound. It really taps into a deeper understanding of identity. You find echoes of this in, you know, various spiritual traditions, Eastern philosophy, the idea of the self or the witness consciousness.
Okay.
What he seems to be suggesting is that your true identity, who you really are, isn't your job title. It's not your past mistakes or successes. It's not even your name.
Those are just roles. The pretending.
Exactly. Those are temporary roles. The costume you're wearing, the fundamental you, the core, is the awareness behind it all. The observer, the consciousness experiencing it all.
So it's an invitation to see ourselves as much bigger than our circumstances.
Precisely. More expansive than any label society or even we ourselves might put on us.
Okay, moving from that big idea of identity, let's talk about the pursuit of happiness.
Always a relevant topic.
And Carrey has a very provocative take here, especially given his own journey. He said, I wish everyone could get rich and famous and have everything they ever dreamed of, so they can see it's not the answer.
Wow. That's bold, especially coming from him.
Right. He achieved that peak success most people chase.
And that's what makes it so powerful. It's not just some philosophical statement from an armchair. This is insight forged in the fire of having everything the world tells you will make you happy.
Yeah.
Only to find out, maybe, that it leaves you feeling empty inside anyway.
So it's a warning, almost.
I think so. It forces us to confront that uncomfortable truth. Lasting happiness, real contentment, it's an inside job.
Cultivated from within, not collected from outside.
Exactly. Not accumulated through achievements or possessions.
And speaking of that inner state, he also offers this really powerful message of, like, self-assurance.
Okay.
You are ready and prepared for whatever life throws at you. You just don't know it yet.
I like that. It's like acknowledging an inner strength we don't always see in ourselves.
Yeah, like, it's already there.
It really speaks to the incredible resilience we have, you know, the human spirit, even when you feel totally overwhelmed, completely unprepared for what's next.
Which happens a lot.
Right. But life has actually been shaping you, equipping you, often in ways you only recognize looking back.
Hindsight is 20/20.
It really is.
Yeah.
So it's about trusting the journey, maybe, and trusting yourself. The obstacles you've already overcome, the lessons learned, all that stuff builds a foundation. It prepares you, even if you don't feel prepared in the moment.
You're more capable than you think.
That's the core message, yeah. You really are.
Okay, let's think about connection now. Human connection. Carrey has a beautiful way of putting it.
Yeah.
He says, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is.
Oh, that's lovely. Putting impact above, like, money or status.
Exactly.
And what's really compelling there is the idea that true wealth isn't measured in your bank account or, you know, the stuff you own.
Right.
It's measured in the positive ripple effect you create in the world through your interactions.
So consciously trying to leave people better off.
Yeah, just better than you found them. Through kindness, empathy, maybe just sharing a laugh, offering an encouraging word.
It sounds simple, but
But it's profound. It's not just about being nice. It's recognizing that our interactions are maybe the most direct way we contribute to the collective vibe, the collective well-being, and that kind of impact that truly lasts.
That makes sense. And he doesn't shy away from the hard stuff either. He even brings in pain and struggle, saying desperation is a necessary ingredient to learning anything or creating anything.
Right. So even the toughest moments, they have a purpose in his view.
Seems like it.
Yeah, and again, this isn't about glorifying suffering, obviously. It's about acknowledging its power as a catalyst.
A catalyst? How so?
Well, think about moments of real desperation or heartbreak or deep struggle. They often strip away all the non-essential stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they leave you pretty raw.
Exactly. And in that rawness, you can find incredible clarity or a fierce drive for change or for expression.
Like great art coming from pain.
Precisely. Think of the incredible art, music, writing, or even just profound personal transformations that have been born out of really difficult times. These challenges aren't just roadblocks. Often, they're the very fuel that ignites deep learning or propels us into major growth or sparks new creation.
Using it as fuel again. Okay, let's zoom out. The big picture. Carrey's overarching philosophy on life itself.
Okay.
He offers this really profound reframe. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you.
Yes, that one's huge. A radical shift away from feeling like a victim of circumstance.
Totally. From victimhood to something else.
Yeah, it's a complete paradigm shift, really. Instead of feeling like life's events, good or bad, are just randomly inflicted on you, it invites you to see every single experience, the tough ones, the joyful ones, the confusing ones, as part of your personal curriculum. Lessons designed for your growth, for your evolution.
So even in bad stuff, look for the lesson.
Look for the hidden gift, maybe. The opportunity to learn, to grow, even within something that initially feels like a major setback. It's about agency, again.
And he kind of wraps all this up with a powerful thought on real freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom is not something that's given to you, it's something you claim.
That really brings it home, doesn't it?
It does. What's the core of that, do you think?
I think it perfectly encapsulates this idea that liberation, true freedom, it's an internal state. It's not something you get from the outside world.
Not about buying more stuff or reaching some status level.
Exactly. It's not about acquisition. It's actually about release, what you choose to let go of.
Let go of what, though?
Well, your attachments, maybe. Attachments to what other people think, attachments to money, to status, maybe attachments to your past self or the image you project.
So you claim freedom by releasing things.
That seems to be the idea. By letting go of whatever no longer serves your authentic self, you unlock this, expansive inner peace. That's the freedom you claim.
Wow. What an incredible deep dive. It's amazing how much wisdom is there, beyond the comedy.
It really is.
We've covered so much. His ideas on, taking risks, being authentic, facing fear, creativity, happiness, connection, even the tough stuff like desperation, and that big reframe of life itself.
Yeah, from success to spirituality, it's quite a range.
We really hope this deep dive has given you, our listener, a valuable shortcut into understanding the profound mind behind the famous face.
Absolutely. And we hope these insights don't just stay theoretical. Maybe they spark some thought, some reflection, maybe even some practical application in your own life.
Yeah, seeing beyond the celebrity to the universal truths he shares. Okay, so to leave you with one final, really potent message from Jim Carrey himself, something to just sort of mull over as you go about your day.
A final thought.
A final thought. Choose love over fear.
Simple, but powerful.
Extremely. Think about that in your daily choices, your interactions, your work, how you see yourself. How can that core principle, choosing love over fear, guide you right now? What does that mean for your life today? Something to consider.